Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash and ought to be a sensational game. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Inside Williams-Brice Stadium for South Carolina, the Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Gamecocks will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a man. It's Sperry. Makes the grab. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Croma. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
The Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Both of these teams right on the fringe of the top 25. This is the type of game that can help you earn some respect.
Absolutely. I mean, both these teams sitting right outside the top 25 have a great opportunity to get a good quality win and start to build momentum early in this season and see what kind of squad you're going to have, Palmer.
Both of these teams just want respect. They've worked so hard all offseason, all season up to this point to try to get that number beside their name. And this is the game. If you win it, you're going to get it. The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to pass, it's Sperry. Out wide right, it's Lopez. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. The tag! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Seminoles!
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football, you come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Straight ahead, it's Clark. Swamped immediately. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater. You know, there are a lot of coaches out there who believe bye week sometimes can take away your rhythm, and that might be the case with this offense right now. They just don't seem to be clicking in the passing game.
Making his first move. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. Those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens, but you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Complete. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big game. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
Wants to throw again. Flip it out to the back on the screen. There he goes. Past the 30. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. And the Noles are flying down the field. Drops back. It's Sperry. Rush right in his face. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And that's the challenge today. A week ago, they failed the challenge. Last week, they gave up 5 sacks. They can't do that again today. This defense saw it. They watched it on tape. They know they're not doing a good job of protecting their quarterback, and already 1 sack on the day.
He'll be dropped.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
And I absolutely understand wanting to make a play for your team, man, but you've got to know when to give it up. You're at this part of the field, man. This is the part of the field where you throw the football. You get rid of it. You don't take a sack, because what that does now to your field goal operation, it makes it a lot longer. Now the decision becomes a lot harder for this offense when he could have just thrown the football away and not taken the big loss.
Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Follows his blocks. It's Hall. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. He's got it on the right. Turning it on. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Left side is Tuggle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
To the air, it's Overton. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's got the tight end. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Gamecocks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. This is a designed run. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. Snagged in the middle, it's Clark. Drills him with the stiff arm. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's...
Snags it, and he's open. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
No, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wide receiver. This quarterback part of their running game. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Gets it into the end zone.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
And he tacked on the extra point. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. Right back to the well. Breaks into the open. Gives him the big stiff arm. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. And the Seminoles just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They run the reverse. They couldn't get anybody to bite on that one, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead, and a lot of times for a loss, and put the offense in a bind.
Back to throw, it's Sperry. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Look out! Finds a tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Back to pass on 2nd down. Out wide left, it's Dupree. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get in the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He's knocked down, short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's Overton. Left side is Hall. Across the 35. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff for Auguste. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He got it. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense when you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front.
Next going for the goal line. They will score! Touchdown, South Carolina!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff save. Dropping back, it's Berry. Throwing right. He's got him wide open. Smashes through the tackle. To the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Deep in the end zone, it's Kendricks. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Sellers. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down.
But when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Moving the pocket, it's Overton. He lobs one high down the left side. Army toaster coverage, got it deep downfield. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw one first. And the Heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks. He lets one fly deep. Goes high to pull it in.
That is a huge play for the offense, but you know the defense is just kicking themselves. They have them set up in second and long, and that was just a short throw. All you got to do is rally to the ball carrier and bring him to the ground. They couldn't get it done. Way too many yards after the catch, and they give up a big one on defense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Moves the pocket. It's Sperry. Trying to burn this defensive back. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play.
Going for it all. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 10 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. And it's the Bulldogs with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor. And it brings them to a sparkling 4-0 on the year. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Powers through. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And the Gamecocks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Trying to move them on the counter. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. A costly holding penalty backs him up. It's 1st and 20. Sets his feet. It's Overton. wide left, it's Sellers. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Second down, gonna throw it. They're all over him. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Second down to the air. Got his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
To throw, it's Overton. Left side, it's Tuggle. Makes the grab in their space. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They marched 56 yards to the end zone and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Hauls it in. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Running inside, it's Croma. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
In traffic, it's Thomas. Run ends there.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they...
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Got to make the play on 4th. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the 1st down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. And listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that 1st down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Out wide right, it's Hall. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And, man, you got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Looking downfield, it's Overton. Dumps it to the back. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
After giving up a few extra yards after a hitch throw, I wonder if this defense is going to want to give this guy this much access moving forward. They might be thinking about more press coverage or playing some zone coverage where the corner's right up on him.
Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Drops back on 1st down. Finds his man. Turns it on in midfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Reels it in. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Berry. Grabbed in the middle, it's Thomas. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone, it'll be 1st down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Run in the red zone, it's Croma. And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. And he almost had a pick.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his target. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Hauls it in. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Seminoles go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The snap sets up to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Touchdown, Florida State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Kendricks. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Finds a little bit of space, he'll get 3 out to the 15.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get Hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Dropping back, it's Overton. Maybe a miscommunication. That one didn't have a chance.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of 1st downs, maybe even punch in a score, and they'll go home with the W. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Around 4 minutes to play. Tight game here. Very likely a spot in the top 25 at stake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hall. Makes the catch but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that will try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
And that's a teach tape on 3rd down right there. That's a great job by the defense. Being back, understanding it's 3rd down. If they're going to throw it short, man, I'm going to break on the football, go down, be very physical. You want to throw a slant, man, you make sure that they feel you. That's a great job by this defense, being physical, making sure he doesn't secure that catch.
The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They got the stop they needed. Now can the offense pay it off and tie this game up late? Tackled way behind the line. It'll be a loss of 7.
Well, the offense goes toss, but the guys, they do it running into the boundary. There's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
To the air. It's Sperry. Got it. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
Unloads to the right. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Buying time to his right. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
2nd and long here. Stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. He's got it. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
I love the play call in this situation. You need 1 first down to ice the game, so you're just throwing to the sticks, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. In rhythm, they get it done. They're going to walk out of here with the win, David.
And this used to be a situation where you'd see offenses get very conservative, run the football. We gotta play safe. No. I'm putting the ball in my best player's hands, telling him to go end this thing, and he does exactly that.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield, and he's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Florida State calls its third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Right back to the well. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Now, a 4th down.
The Gamecocks will go for it here on 4th down. Looking for the marker. Shows him the stiff arm. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here.